Many MMA fighters are angry at the state of judging in today's MMA world, and rightfully so. There have been many high profile robberies, as they say. They really think something needs to be done about this judging, especially when somebody clearly wins a fight and they give it to the other fighter. They want something to be done because each decision of each fight completely changes the trajectory of the fighter's life and affects them in major ways. So, with such drastic effects that are happening to these fighters, there needs to be some kind of accountability for these decisions that are being made. I mean, they claim that their lives are in the hands of these judges. A lot of times they're not fighters, don't have experience fighting, and there's not much known about them. So the latest fighter is Rory MacDonald. He wants a review board for MMA judges. Okay. So we saw several bad decisions this weekend at UFC Vegas 32. Francis Ngannou has spoken out about extremely poor judging, and it leaves unlucky fighters with a lot less money, a lot less leverage. So Rory MacDonald was on the wrong end of a bad call in his last fight. The Red King squared off against Gleison Tibau at PFL 5 on June 17th. The former Bellator champion seemed to have eased to a decision win before the judges shockingly awarded Tibau a split decision victory. So Rory MacDonald at the post-fight press conference called for an investigation to what he called a clear robbery. And he says that he was unable to get the decision overturned or to make anything happen for that matter. But he said his hands were tied and there was nothing they could have really done. So MacDonald wants to see more ex-fighters judging and also wants to see judges be held accountable for their poor work, even suggesting a strike-based system to eliminate the bad officials. So when they make too many poor decisions, it can be like a democratic vote to not allow them to judge anymore. There's an argument against having ex-fighters as judges, as fighters are biased in one form or another. They clearly have their favorites and know a lot of fighters and know of training camps and know of coaches. And that would seem to sway their opinion in a way. So there's many arguments against having actual ex-fighters as judges. But either way, they think something really needs to be done. He says it would help having ex-fighters judge and also some accountability. I said something like maybe like a board that would review controversial decisions and scorecards. If it's too many strikes for a certain judge, they get removed. He goes on to say right now, in the current format, these judges do whatever they want, bad or good, and they keep their job and they keep moving forward. But for the people who are fighting and have to live with the consequences is the fighters. Even though we do our end of the job, we end up suffering, and they just continue on, get paid, and move forward, which makes a lot of sense. He makes some very valid arguments and points. Really unfortunate because, like I said, it really affects the trajectory of these fighters' careers and their lives. If somebody clearly wins a fight and it goes the opposite way, that outcome is going to lead that fighter's life in a completely different direction than if that fighter would have won, rightfully so. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I stopped watching boxing and went to MMA. was because of the bad decisions, and obviously there are a lot of other reasons. You know, the major boxers didn't want to fight other major boxers. They just wanted to fight people who know they could beat. Whereas in the UFC, the best fight the best. So that's one of the reasons. But another one was because, like I said, the bad decisions. And that really puts a bad taste in people's mouths. Because people, even the fans, get really upset about it. If their favorite fighter gets robbed, then, you know, it makes them feel bad as well. Obviously not as bad as the fighter, but hopefully something can get done. A lot of people are shining a light on it. I'm not sure. I guess the state is the one that puts the judges into place. And who knows with these judges? Are they getting paid? A little sneaky under the table? Who knows? We don't know. That could be a thing as well. Not saying it is, but it's a possibility. If it's obviously should go to one fighter and then they give it to another one, that seems a little bit fishy. But what do you guys think? Do you think there should be some accountability for these judges? Or do you like it the way it is? Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy.